What's going on, everybody? It's me, it's RDV. I'm here again once again with Eric Breen and Geekeasy. Are doing the best comics of the week, where we take the books we read and at least I put them in order of my least favorite to favorite. That's what I do. But not a bad book tonight though. But do the clicking and the liking, get all that fun stuff out of the way, and just kind of jump right into it. Hopefully Zach will show up with us later. I'm sure he has quite a few books. I know me and Breen have a bunch. All right. So let's jump right into that. Hello to Summoner. Hello to Jay. All right. I got 16 books this week, plus back issues. So I'm just going to show them off. No. All right. Number 16. It's been actually pretty good. Kind of glad that they had decided to put in his own series. I never would have known about it because apparently it was part of like a rebellion or 2080 or something like. No, actually, no. Take it back. It was part of the Image anniversary collection. They had the Jeff Johns stuff stories in there, and I did not even know this was even a thing. Yeah, this is a Carl Kerschel cover. So. Number 15. Greg Rucka is pretty good in this. Just don't read the last page. The last page is him just showing his TDS.
Mm-hmm.
And don't worry, the TDS isn't part of the actual story. It's just the very last page where no one reads about the author stuff. So, by the way, other than that, like I said, it's been a fun story. 14 this week is The Scorched. It's another series by John Layman with Stefan's, I think it's Segovia doing the art. Fun story, more dealing more of the fact that the Reaper and I forget what his name is, Angelus or whatever. I can't remember. Anyway, but they're like pretty much the same person. One's from the future, and now they both have to deal with the fact that the Scorch, which is a team of spawns, now are going to have to go up against the anti-spawns. They decided to form their own team, which is kind of cool. I was waiting for this. So, it was fun. Number 13 for this week is Wolverine and Kitty Pryde. Wrapping up the series. Fun story with this on Chris Claremont doing the writing. Alan Davis doing the cover here. And I believe the artist, his name is Damian Cucchiero. Never heard of him before, but overall, just having fun with the art and stuff. Just dealing with Kitty Pryde and Logan being in Japan with Kitty's father and everything, and have to deal with Ziggy Trask, who basically is like the granddaughter of I guess Trask, who created Sentinels. We get some body swaps in here too. Just overall fun. If you like Claremont, you'll like that. If you're not a fan of Claremont X-Men, you're gonna hate it because it's not the new crap. All right. That was what? That was 13. Now we're on 12. DuckTales. Just having fun with that series. If you love the DuckTales cartoon series that back in the day, even the newer one, it's the same type of humor, same type of fun. We even get where the boys, Huey and Louie, are accused of doing stuff they didn't do. It turns out that they, there's other ducks. They have evil versions of them. So, and they're called the Troublemakers. Yeah, that's funny. Fun series. I said I really enjoy it. If you're for kids, looking for a book, recommend this. It's through Dynamite. All right. Actually, this is number 10 we're on. I miscounted. Alrighty, number 10. Turtles has been fun. It's another series that if you are looking for kids, I do recommend this. It is the same humor, the camp humor he had in the '86 cartoon, and it just Eric Burnham just keeps writing really just fun stories. Dan Schoening is on the interior art this week, so we're getting some really great art here. These are the guys who did the Ghostbusters over at IDW, and it looks like, oh look, I was like, yeah, we're getting a Street Sharks finally comic book, but it's Stephanie Williams. Why do I know that name?
Because she writes everything. What? Yeah. Well, Williams or Phillips? I can't. I don't know.
Phillips is the daughter of a senator or something like that. That's why she gets all of her books.
Oh, yeah. And Stephanie Williams is the black lesbian, I think.
Yeah.
Of course, in comics, that's kind of redundant.
Yeah. But I was like, oh my gosh, we're actually gonna get Street Sharks. I've been waiting because I'm like, they're doing Gargoyles. I'm like, Street Sharks is gonna be here probably, but hopefully she doesn't do what she normally does and actually just puts out a good book. But
that's not gonna happen.
Saladin Ahmed book he wrote last week when we're talking about actually turned out to be fun. Justice League Red. So we'll see how long that lasts. All right. Well, then we got Void Rebels. Another funny issue here. Just all war kind of like breaking out on the planet. But we also have the snake people from the Corporal Law are in space seeking out like the Transformers or the source of the Energon because they want more Energon because they're power hungry. And well, so while that's going on, here you have the battle year, and you have Springer and on Hot Rod basically taking turns, kind of like Hulk and Thor do. It's like you see if you watch Avengers cartoons, they're competing over who can take down the most enemies. And then we also have where is it here? Skuggside Prime, the original one, meeting the other Skuggside, and then kind of like have a confrontation, realizing that this Skuggside, because it was revealed several issues ago, the main guy, whenever he gets injured, he basically splits himself into another person. He's able to divide himself, and now he has a whole army of himself. And this is the most latest one on the bottom, who basically is the most rebellious, and he basically confronts him. It's like, why don't you ever talk about our wife and our son who are missing? It's like, I didn't realize that you're the one, and it's kind of touchy subject. And he says like, yep, get rid of him, take him to the divider. So, but overall, it's a fun series. It's getting really close to basically, whatever's trapped inside that void is going to come out because now unity is happening. All their little glowy gems, are glowing. So like I said, I'm not sure how long this series is going to go on, but all right. Number 9 is Geiger. Geiger's been was a fun series this week, or fun issue. Well, I mean, fun in the sense that it's the art here is just exceptionally awesome here. From the last issue, he kind of exploded when Super Nuke. You get these 2-page spread art. I love this by Gary Frank. And turns out that Tariq no longer has his glowing powers anymore. After whatever he absorbed the radiation from Ashley Arzon, he's confronted by 2 soldiers. I love that there's gas mask on the horse. How the heck that works in real life, I don't know. It wouldn't. But he's taken to this prison. Was being run by a warden who used to be an inmate there. and apparently they think that he's some guy part of his team and basically rivals that has stolen some treasure, and he basically has nothing to do with it. And then he gets flashbacks to his son. How his son came home from school and got beat up, and he wanted his dad to teach him how to fight. And he's like, "Don't tell mom." And he's like, "Well, if violence isn't the answer," and his son's like, "Fine, go tell mom. I'll figure out my own problems if you want to help." And at the very last thing, he's like, "You want to give someone a black eye? Go for the temple right here. Now show me how to make a fist." And then he gets a little happy ending with his child. And you see him kind of remembering everything. Like I said, and then we get an epilogue with Junkyard Joe, who's basically come back online. If you don't remember, he was damaged, and Nuclear Knight and Tariq had the doctor basically like this, basically work on him, get him back and running. So as he keeps coming online back, like he's still damaged, but he's basically coming online at different times. He's got system errors going on. But they do realize one thing where they found out where Tariq was, where he landed, because when he exploded, he was launched in the air. So when they found the crater, Zigzag got a growth spurt. So not sure what that means, but Geiger is sentenced to die. So we'll figure out what happens in the next issue. But we had fun with this. Hey, what's up, Neps? Neps is watching. He's over on Twitch. If you haven't checked out his channel, cool guy. All right, and hello to Annie Blunt, the bot. I will not add you on Discord. Number 8 this week is Nemesis Forever. I saw online a lot of people, or at least not a lot online, but I mean like League of Comic Geeks, a lot of people are crying about this because they're like, oh, how does Mark Millar just keep getting his books? Oh, his books are so bad. It's because he's got that sweet Netflix deal. And because, he's uncancelable. I love him. But so Nemesis is one of those series kind of controversial because it's basically like an evil version of Batman, as people point out. It's the 3rd volume, and it seems to have no consequences. He murders a bunch of people, and no one can stop him. And this time, he seems like he's going after the whole entire world, and it's going to get revenge on the heroes that basically put him in basically destroyed his body for the most part. So it's interesting to see what happens at the end of the series. Does he finally get killed? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like it's kind of crazy. He blew up a train in the beginning of this. He's going around because he's in his Bruce Wayne kind of persona. He's been buying all these different tech companies. And then we even in the beginning it was kind of interesting because there's this guy, and I'm not sure if they're trying to make him like an Elon Musk thing, but he's talking about going to Mars and stuff like that, and just like the guy is he's a leader in rockets. So I'm thinking like, is this an Elon Musk thing?
No, that's Nemesis playing that guy.
Is it Nemesis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the old lady says,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't put that two and two together. Now I look at the character models. But still, it seems like an Elon Musk kind of thing. Like he's trying to be a savior, so he plays the Elon Musk role. But I do love the callback, kind of like to Tony Stark's Metal Malibu home. If you saw in the event in was it Iron Man 3, the one that gets destroyed. But overall, though, I said like we're gonna figure out what exactly happens in the next couple of issues. But yeah, if you're not a fan of people just being slaughtered and someone getting away with it, I can understand it's probably not your book. But Mark doesn't do anything without having a purpose, so I'm hoping the end will pay off. But I understand if people don't like it, though. But it's like some people get really bad because they see this and immediately get triggered. They're like, "Oh, why is this piece of shit in a comic book?" It's like, dude, calm down. All right.
Those same people would have no problem with Nemesis if he were gay.
If he said "fuck Trump," they'd be all for it. Yeah, isn't that weird? How some people are like that. All right. Number 7 is Huck, Big Bad World. The other Mark Millar book out this week, which is a lot more positive for the most part. Something happens at the end, which is kind of sad. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but basically we do get a happy ending for I believe it's Simon and the girl he'd been following, the one that saved his life all those years ago. So they finally got to live together. That they've been reunited.
Is this the last issue of the series?
I don't think it is.
Okay, so I didn't get a chance to read that or Geiger.
No,
so I haven't read it yet.
But let's say this was talked about too in the thing. The girl comes home. The one who basically was 6 months. Basically, it's been 6 months since she left. She left him in the very first issue.
Yeah. And
she's pregnant. She's 6 months pregnant, and she comes back, and she's the mother. And of course, yeah, it's his mom. His Huck's mom doesn't really like her, but he understands it. He says because Huck was saying like, Mom, the reason she left because I'm retarded and I'm not smart, book smart. I don't know all that stuff. I only know how to do what I need to do. And he said, and she says it's like, dude, you're not dumb. This girl has been involved with ever since her teens with drugs and stuff, and this guy came in and basically influenced her. So she has her own demons, and Huck does what he normally does. He has a big heart and forgives her, and instead of going to confront the guy, his mother does. And I'm going to leave it right there because I want you guys to actually pick up the series and read the stuff. It's just been fun. We do know there's a shadow organization years ago that was hunting down the people with special powers. They may or may not be coming back in this series. Obviously, probably going to. They wouldn't mention unless they're going to, but very good book. I liked it. You're going to be shocked for this one. Number 6 is Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man is usually normally my top 1 or even the top 5, but there's so many books that came out this week that were just fantastic. Let's just say if you're expecting this to be like the 616 Spider-Man, like the current universe, it's not. This is the grown-up Peter Parker. This is the one that's adult. This is and this is basically wrapping up because there's only 4 more issues after this. So they're trying to Hickman's trying to basically catch all the characters all get up together, caught up. So Mary Jane and Peter have basically not a dinner date, but basically they have dinner together with Harry Osborn and his wife, Gwen Stacy. And this is where they rope Mary Jane into everything that's going on. Because she said, she's like, I felt like I've been the third, like the odd man out, the one that kept in the dark, and she hates it. Because, we get a nice confrontation between her and Gwen where she points out, it's like, you have nothing to lose, where I have a family and stuff, you says you and Gwen, you've been in this whole entire life. You said this part is order, being Mysterio and stuff, for a long time. We've only been in for like less than a year, and so it's like, you may not care, you're but I do, because but ultimately, it's we all. It means at the same time we also have Richard is talking with Uncle Ben about everything's issues, because originally Ben kind of was babysitting along with Anna Watson, while Mary Jane's mother was out on a date with Jameson, which is really weird to say, but so he confronted basically Ben Ben noticed Uncle Ben's always been that way. It was Peter. He can sense when something's wrong. So he's like, hey, is everything all right? And he's like, you want to talk about it? He's like, and Richard's like, no, I'll talk about it. And then making a classic kid, he does vents and vents and vents. Talks about his with Felicia Hardy, how he wants to see her again, even though he messed up, but everything's okay. But and I love this because the art in this series. Basically in the story, it's like they're talking to Mary Jane, and basically Mary Jane want to know, when is this going to end with everything that's going on. Gwen's like, it's not going to end until it's over. We can't say when it's going to be over. It's only going to be over when it's over. And this case basically realizes that MJ is like, the seriousness of this, And I love how Peter kind of sticks up for his wife. He's like, I want to thank you too from the bottom of my heart, for how well you handle this. Really fantastic job. I'll be right back. So Gwen goes to confront her. I love that. And basically Gwen goes to confront her in the bathroom and Mary Jane, and they kind of talk a bit more about this, She's like, it says like, and I love how MJ's like, what do you want, Glenn? She's like, Peter, I don't think we can win this without your husband. He's stronger, faster, and just naturally better than this. When people look at us up for more hope, for someone to save them, it's him they want to see. The problem is he has an instant view of the world, a belief that everything is going to be work out if you just do the right thing. It's a weakness. And MJ says everyone has a weakness, pretty much. Don't you only have powers when you use an amulet? She's like, yes, which is my point. You should pay attention to it. I only have to be careful when I'm not Mysterio. I'm vulnerable, a weakness. Those around me, in a certain sense, useless. Like you and your children. Except with you, it's every minute of the day. And then, so I love, so MJ's like, so when do you get your amulet back? And she's like, and Gwen's like, 11 days. Why? She knocks her out. Doesn't tell Peter about this. So is MJ going to get involved now? Take the amulet and help her husband? Or is she doing this to sabotage them? Because she doesn't want Peter to be involved anymore.
Or maybe she was just pissed off in the moment and knocked her out.
That too. It could be that. Or is the chameleon involved?
No. There's nothing to see there. That's MJ knocking out Gwen.
Yeah. So at the end, yeah. She said, and I love it. She comes back. She's like, you're a good man, Peter, and and here you are too. It's like you can be, but your wife, she's gonna get everyone killed. And of course, they show at the end, Mr. Negative is next on the list. They confront Peter. Honestly, in the next show and the next cover, we're gonna get Bullseye. And Mr. Negative. So Bullseye versus Spider-Man. It's kind of a cool team up, or not gonna team up, but a cool versus thing. Only in this sense because of the fact that Peter's never fought him before, and we don't know much about this version of Bullseye. There's no Daredevil for him to face off against, so we don't even know what version we're getting. But
if it was realistic, Spider-Man would have little trouble with Bullseye.
Sure.
Because he is infinitely faster than Daredevil.
True.
But
this is also
fights have a way to evening out.
This is also a very inexperienced Spider-Man.
True, but he's still fast.
Sure, he's still fast. But we don't know how smart this version of Lester is. So this could be we don't even know if it's Lester. Huh? So, all right, top 5 for me for this week. Number 5 is the cover you don't like, Green Lantern. Pretty much. This is just crazy as you cover A. Basically the emotional monsters or whatever or avatars they had, the ones you couldn't trust, before, are been trapped in the source well. Well, they were to take the emotional. Basically, the other lanterns, Sorrow, stole everyone's emotions. It takes. I guess I didn't realize this was part 3. I had to go back and read Green Lantern Corps from last week in order to get part 2, where John Stewart's ring, along with what's her name? The girl here, I think her name's Eve or something or whatever, and the other android, basically like amazing android that's basically joined the Green Lanterns back in the day, or back to the early beginning of the series, are just basically got everybody into the ship. Once they pass into the source wall behind it, all their abilities start coming back together. So basically their emotions are back. Because up at this point, it was kind of funny because it was like Guy Gardner is like, I'm pretty sure I'd be a pretty much a big asshole. I would have punched you back or something like. No, it's like, but this is good because I have no emotions. It's better. And I was just like, it's just so funny to see Guy written that way. So the original thought they have too is like, we need to team up with the avatars. But there's a problem that the Afterlives they could try corrupt us to their will. So they make a deal with them. If you help us with these battle here, Hell Jordan says, we'll let you escape the source ball, but you have to. We never want to see you again. Basically, that. And I think this could be a problem for them down the road, but we'll find out. But yeah, everyone gets their own like a little avatar thing powers. So and meanwhile, it's Simon Baz's workshop because they're tying it into what's going over on. It's gonna be the next part, and Green Lantern Corps. I guess Kid Lantern is possessed. Is that what it is, Kid Lantern? Right, that's the girl. That's Teen Lantern, the one who hacked the Green Lantern Corps stuff with the computer. Yeah, and a stick of gum and some aluminum foil. No, like MacGyver. No, yeah. So she takes Sam and Baz. But meanwhile, like I said, they all end up getting their own. Really cool art here too. I want to point out this is the last name's Mary. I forget what his full name is, but everyone. Yeah, so basically everyone gets their own basically their own avatar to go with. Star Sapphire has the Predator one. Green Lantern. Hal Jordan has the giant shark. Kilowog is on the Leo Lantern avatar. On the red, it's an Astro. And it was funny, on the purple one, which I think is like Hope, is Guy Gardner. And I love what Guy Gardner's dialogue is like, Guy is all about, it was like, maybe we should show some compassion to these Sun Eaters. Aren't they just a product of their nature? He's all like, it's just a weird version of Guy. It's like it reminds me of when he got punched by Batman. The same kind of attitude. I think there's even a message here when he actually says something. He says, what did he say? He says guy's like, I actually feel sorry for these guys, but I'm betting that's the entity talking. Old Guy really doesn't give a rip. So overall, these guys, they realize in order to stop them, the ones that are the bad guys, they cut their hands off, so they can no longer use their lantern ring. And so now they're basically, because these guys attacked them at Noah, Hal says we're gonna finish it by attacking them at their own planet. And that's kind of how it ends. But then I guess DC's doing this thing about audio files. I'm not sure if it's a podcast. Yeah, it's a weekly podcast. So I take it with a grain of salt. I don't know anything other than it's a podcast. It's could be people just talking about how great Batman is and stuff, and how much they love Chip Zdarsky. I don't know, but yeah. Oh, I also want to point out too, this was on the back of the Marvel book this week. Yeah. So now you can get the soundtrack, the record. That's kind of cool. I mean, whether you like the movie or not, it goes along with the 1960s theme, the giant record stuff. So. All right. What story does the variant cover tell? We talking about this one? It's just them and them being they're in a relationship. That's all it is. It's just them focusing on them. Romance. It's a romance cover. That's all it is. I should save that stuff for February, but all right. Number 4 for this week is Superman. I got the variant cover here too, and I thought it looked like Noel Nil, whatever her name is. I can't remember what her name is, but really liked it.
Dear God, Taylor Swift's at the UC game.
Did you know she got engaged? So that professor told everybody they didn't have to take their test that day, and they sent them all home.
Unfortunately, Travis Kelce went to UC, so that's why they're there.
Yep. Long live the Legion. Save tomorrow or die trying. Superman is now pretty much introduced to Superboy Prime again. Which we saw at the end of the last issue. Superboy Prime is back. And oh my gosh, I forgot how much I missed this character. And I'm not sure if there's a retcon. Maybe it is, but this is this
my least favorite issue is Superman by a mile.
really?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know. I just had fun with it. I love Superboy's humor. I love the direction they're going with the story. So basically, we get some Silver Age stuff, kind of like dialogue here too. It's like, let's go Silver Age, Batman. Come on, or Superman. You know, and I just yeah. I want this to be Dr. Silver Age's pickup line, or his line. Come on, get Silver Age with me.
There are places where it's okay to break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do with this story, I don't think is one of them.
Okay. I mean, I'm having fun with it because it's a dark story. What's going on? It's basically Darkseid decided to somehow change the past or present day where Superman is, and instead of Superman inspiring the Legion, Darkseid inspired the Legion. And that's why they serve him in the future. So now they're basically attacking everybody, going out and destroying stuff. So Superboy Prime and basically Superman go to the future, and the Legion, everyone's pretty much like, for the most part, dead. And we get Saturn Girl, who's dead on the ground. And then we get basically some retelling story about everything that was going on. They do meet Cosmic Boy holding a shovel, who's been burying people. They go into Dawnstar, and I guess I forgot who Snowman Polar Boy is his name is. Guesses. Yeah, a lot of people do not trust Superboy Prime because he's a villain and what he did last time. But he said he's pretty much learned a little air of his ways, and he's no longer kills. And he said, "Hey, my whole world is reset, so everyone I killed is alive. So clean slate." The Brainiacs have captured one of the other Brainiacs that was basically infected by Darkseid's energy, and they're basically they're talking about either dissecting him or whatever. But we got I think it's Starboy, right? Or what's his name is? Starman?
Starman.
Yeah. He's kind of just really having some really bad PTSD. And basically they're all inspired by Superman because they know Superman's here, so they have the last, they'll follow him no matter what happens. So this is where they learn about Booster Gold. Superman, because basically apparently Booster Gold was wiped away, erased from everybody's memory, and Booster Gold's been chained up in this little building over here in the 31st century. So they're gonna go free him, and so it was established in the beginning of this issue that basically Prime is he's basically was like one of us. He loved reading comic books and stuff. So one day he was transported into a world just like Superman, his greatest hero, and then he got the power and stuff. And anyway, so he's a big comic book nerd, and he realizes that, hey, Nerd Brain just caught a plot hole. If Cosmic Boy has magnetic powers, why was he using his hands on the shovel to dig the graves? This reveals that it's not actually him, and it's actually Chameleon Boy, whatever it was, the Chameleon. And so people get injured. Brainiac 5 gets his chest run through, and we run into Booster Gold, who's pretty much looks like Clint Eastwood. He's been starved, deprived, and he's so freaking just anorexic now from not feeding him. He says he's been there for 2 years on the run. And he says, I don't know how long I've been here chained up, but it feels like it's been forever. And then the Legion shows up, attacks Superman at the very end here, and we end up getting basically Superboy says, hey, sorry, if you can't, he betrays them. If you can't beat them, join them. So next issue we're gonna have Superboy Prime and the Legion of Darkseid. I had a feeling that he's fake betraying. So, but we'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw even like the fourth wall, but they too much of it and too glib. Because that was like 2 reboots ago. I mean, it was funny, but like I said, this story's this is a serious story they're doing, and like I said, it just this that's more that'd be more
Deadpool.
Well, obviously, but I don't know. I said I just think it was kind of wrong place for it, but like I said, that's just me.
Yeah. For me, it's just been kind of like for me the series has been kind of too serious, so it kind of was nice to have a lighthearted moment for him. I'm pretty sure the next issues won't be like this. Can't be, but who knows? All right, number 3. Speaking of camp, is Justice League Unlimited to save Doomsday, because apparently they caught up to him and Time Trapper and pretty much you're going to kill him. And so he ends up having to basically throwing himself into the Justice League headquarters, Watchtower. Meanwhile, Red Tornado is talking to Batman, and he basically says, "Hey, I kind of overheard what you guys were talking about last issue. All 3 of you, the Trinity, had a fight over Airwave." And we're reminded, in case you forgot, Airwave is from the Lost Children, Stargirl and the Lost Children. He was basically stuck in limbo. So, and as it's pointed out, Superman says Airwave was a kid. He was in limbo for decades and re-entered the world where all his touchdowns were gone. And they're kind of deciding over what to do. And Batman wants to vet more people. He's like, and he basically accuses Superman of being naive again, which is a basic tiring trope. Superman. He says, Superman, you trust everybody too much. And. Where does he say that? He says, this isn't about Airwave. You gave out league memberships to much everyone. Superman's like, well, every hero, and it's a good thing I did because otherwise we would have basically got our asses kicked, And Wonder Woman's like, we all did diligence, Bruce, Clark especially. And Batman's like, not enough apparently. I'm not trying to pick a fight, Clark, but you're too trusting. And so what does Clark say out of anger? Didn't you give Jason Todd a Robin costume? I just feel like that's kind of out of line for Clark. I don't know if that's Mark Waid putting it in on a character thing, kind of thing, like something like that. Did you
know? I
feel like that he would retaliate, kind of snarky like that.
Yeah, because Batman is always throwing that in Clark's face.
Yeah.
You know what I liked about this book a lot?
Yeah.
When Wonder Woman and Bruce called him Clark and not Cal. It's amazing how the little things matter to me.
It's amazing how Mark Waid, who was all for he's Kal-El, not Clark Kent. Clark Kent's the mask. No, because because he says it's like sort of like so basically it's like that's enough. In Red Tornado we have the ultimate research for algorithm. It's like I suggest we pause recruitment until we have them do a deep dive background check on all the members. And Superman's like, that's throwing a chainsaw solution to a jackknife problem, and it. He's like, a more thorough vetting going forward, yes, but the membership as it exists has proven itself. We don't have a right to the people's private matters, says the journalist with a secret identity.
Yeah, says the thinly veiled opinion on immigration. That's what that was.
Yeah, I know. They've been here, so we're not going to separate them.
Well, it's just like you're not vetting people that come in to the team. Yeah. It's like not vetting people that the left doesn't want anybody to get vetted on and they just walk across the border.
Yeah, try not to turn. I know that's what it is, but I'm not trying to talk about too much because it'll just turn into a political thing.
It didn't affect me one iota in the story. But
no, I know. But I know
I think, I don't know for 100% fact, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the hidden meaning is.
So then we get this. Basically, because his body is reacting, they can't get close, they can't touch him. Raleigh tries to help him, realizes that basically the guy is fluctuating time. If you get near them, they'll age you. So they realize, okay, this is where I got. Here's one of the big problems I had with this book. I just rolled my eyes so hard because who says it? It's like it always like you go near him, you'll get attacked by time itself, and like Blue Beetle's like, oh, how are we supposed to save him if we can't get near him? This is where we get Steel's daughter. He's Doomsday. He killed Superman once. Are we under any obligation? And like, so of course, Sarah Favre is like, nah, that's cool. And she's like, my uncle owes Superman his life. I'm biased. And on Black Light, I always waiting for Black Mind to say like, bitch, shut the fuck up. And like,
or set her up with his daughter.
Yeah, he's like, dude, that's enough. We're not debating whether he lives or dies, but we're gonna need a backup. So they bring in. This is really cool. That's just the one thing I love about this title. You can just bring in any character to help you with a problem, and they do.
With a what?
Sorry, poor one.
There you go.
They end up bringing in Niles Calder and Metamorpho, also known as Metamucil on his channel.
I think I like Metamorpho.
Metamorpho when he's angry, when he's sassy. Metamucil when he's got the runs. But in between this, though, we get the new members of the Justice League Red. I think that's going to happen here. I think it's going to because we have Power Girl, we have Geoforce, some wolf guy I've never even heard of before. His name's Cadeos Hellfire.
I've never heard of him.
No. Captain Atom, and they're in basically in Markovia, I think that's right. Yeah, Markovia, ravaged country in the process of rebuilding. Not anymore, because now they have like hellfire shooting out of the ground. And they decided to basically Captain Atom, actually all of them, because they can all survive going into like lava, decided to head down to the. She's like, I love this because like. She's like, Geoforce, you go to extreme heat? She's like, because I'm figuring out we ought to get to the bot to get to. And he's like, Captain Adam's like, don't. She's like, to the bottom of this. I love it. The humor, simple humor. Looking forward to that. But yeah, so as they go down, they realize like there's like it doesn't make sense because it's not the normal fires you see on Darkseid's planet. But then some freaking fist flies out of the ground and grabs them. So I don't know what that's all about. But meanwhile, the Metamorpho is being guided by Niles Calder through a telepathic link that's set up by Green Martian, otherwise known as Martian Manhunter. And it's just they're basically trying to stitch the giant hole and Titan, Time Trapper, aka what was it? It's Doomsday is basically chest. Meanwhile, this is going on. Mr. Terrific was talking to the parademon they had caught in the first couple of issues of the series. Turns out he realized his real purpose, that he was an incubator. So basically all these parademons are coming out, they break through the force field, and they attack Mr. Terrific. And so while that's going on, he's like, getting attacked. Yeah. They're basically trying to Metamorpho, Simon, Niles Calder and John Jones are the only ones stayed behind because the time acceleration force energy was no longer self-contained. It was spreading out, just basically rapidly aging things. So everyone had to evacuate that section of the tower. And then we get a Justice League Red preview, which already came out last week. So I don't know why it's even in here if it's already out. That's kind of weird.
I saw something in the book here that I didn't catch first time.
What's that? It's
kind of depressing. The full page ad for Dark Patterns.
Oh, where is it? The very back?
No, it's middle of the book.
Near here?
Yeah. Read the top line.
Final Casing Nights. Oh man,
issue miniseries.
no. Yeah, new 3-issue miniseries. Oh.
I mean, I guess there's no issue 13, so that's enjoy this one because this is it.
Yeah. Who knows? What is he? Is he writing Detective Comics?
Or Nightwing.
Who's on Detective right now? Is that Dan Waters?
Detective is Tom Taylor.
Tom Taylor. Oh,
Tom Taylor.
That sucks. Yeah, I honestly, because Dan Waters deserves to have one of those titles, or at least a series.
That sucks. Yeah, that's a very enjoyable book. Hate to see that go.
Yep. All right. Number 2 for me this week is Immortal Legend Batman. Literally, it's an Elseworld story. So I said, if you're expecting this to be anything like a Batman story, it's far from it. This is pretty much Kamen Rider. If you've never heard of Kamen Rider, is a famous Japanese show / kind of like I'm not sure if he was a Shonen Jump or manga character at first, but in the sense of Power Rangers and all that stuff, so basically in this futuristic kind of world, basically like, in this basically instead of the way to say it is humanity discovered how to do exploration using dark matter, and they want to set on the stars, and so basically Bruce Wayne and a few others, they basically do not live on Earth anymore. And we learned that this version of Batman is going around hunting people, and they also learned that there's also these kind of like these shadow creatures. When they basically started fooling around with all that crap, they released an alternate version of like these monsters from the Shadow universe that want to just cause chaos. And this Batman's been hunting them down, calling the Shadow people. And it's art here is just fantastic. It's Kyle Higgins writing this. This is Matt. I think it's Matt Groom is helping him out, and Erica DeRosso is the artist. I think that's what it says in here. I didn't know if it's on the first page or not. Hold on a second. No, it does not. Probably at the very end though. Look, but yeah. Matt Groom and Kyle Higgins are the writers. It's Erica DeRosso and Dan Mora. So overall, it's just a fantastic story. Different versions of characters. We're introduced to I believe here Mayor Dent, Sheriff Wayne. Bruce Wayne's a sheriff on this little backwards planet, and the Dent's mayor of this. And they come across basically something was murdering people, and they're trying to solve it. And the Batman shows up and pretty much and says like, "Hey, this is Bruce Wayne. Isn't really Bruce Wayne. He's a shadow creature," and attacks them. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, there's reports of you attacking people. You attacked that one guy who was a cryogenic person, and on asteroid or whatever place, yeah." So the Batman has started attacking people. Some scientists, cryogenic specialists, the things he did to him, and just like so. And of course, in order to prove that he's not Bruce Wayne, he ends up basically removing his costume and revealing that he's Bruce Wayne. That's why he knows he's not. So the creature reveals that he's the Two-Face Man. So overall, like I said, this was a fun series. It's we even get it's very manga-esque art, anime style art. I had really fun with this book. Brain, did you pick this up at all?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So we also learned that basically the in the beginning, and when these monsters came out, there was 3 individuals that basically developed the technology or used the technology to battle the monsters. So basically, the first embraced the spirit light lifting bright half of the blinding energy closest to our universe. His name was, or basically was Robin. Then there was Batman. And then there was Nightwing. They tell you who and they tell you it's like, it says, they chose these ones chose like successors. 1 year ago, for example, Master Stephanie Brown passed the mantle of immortal legend Robin. So Stephanie Brown was the first Robin. To Tim Drake. And then 2 years prior, Master Harper Row passed the mantle of the mortal legend Nightwing down to stunt pilot Dick Grayson. And 2 years before that, this guy says, I passed down the mantle of immortal legend Batman to trillionaire Bruce Wayne. And of course, Bruce Wayne's parents still get murdered in this, because that's a setting. It looks like the first Batman, I'm not sure, must have been I'm not sure if it was Ra's al Ghul. I'm kind of hinting at that a little bit, but we're setting it up. We're gonna have Thomas Elliot versus Bruce Wayne, because the guy says, I was a mistake to give Bruce Wayne this power. Thomas Elliot, you can challenge him for it. So I'm curious to see where this is going. I almost didn't pick this up, but I flipped through the inside because basically when I see the art, I'm like, oh, it's so cool. But a lot of times I pick open a book and the art is horrendous. It's nothing to do with the cover art. And I said the interior art for this was just so much fun. I think the coloring, it really pops on this too. So I just had more fun with this. As I said, one of the books I kind of mad because now I have another book I gotta buy. But knowing this will be a mini series. It'll be like 6 issues. But number 1 book of the week though should become no surprise. It's Invisible Man. If you did not pick this up, this is James Tynion writing this. Danny is doing the art on here too. It's just basically exploring, Jack Griffin before he became the Invisible Man.
Did I miss your review of Geiger?
Yeah, you did.
Oh wow!
It was in the very beginning, or towards it was like number 6 or 7.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So, I didn't really go over that much. I just kind of showed a few pages. That's why. But if you know the Universal movie, it's taking exactly just like that, Creature Lagoon. That's what they're doing. James Tynion said that he basically, Jackson, I understand you fall asleep. You are old. You're gonna fall asleep no matter what you're watching. That's just the way you are. And we thank you for that, because we don't have to listen to or read your stupid comments. But no, the Invisible Man is basically they're tackling what's going to be. Basically, it's going to be him before he becomes Invisible Man, leading up to it. Even though they give you kind of like the introduction of basically him at the beginning when he strengths, it's basically a scene right from the movie. And it's like, I think I'll throw to you and just murders people. It's like, yeah. The very first page. All right, you fools, you brought on yourselves. Everything would have come right if you'd only left me alone. You've driven me in your madness with your peering through the keyholes, the gaping through the curtains. You're crazy to know who I am, aren't you? All right, I'll show you. And he's basically going to tell them a story of how he became his Invisible Man. And just the art is it's a little bit rough for me. But it's the storytelling, and just it's the Invisible Man, which really it's pretty much faithful to the actual movie. Which really sets it up for me. Coming down to with working with the scientists, and then Flora, the girl he loves, but he also he loves her, but he's more obsessed with this new discovery about this chemical he's working with that basically turned this rat invisible, but also made it much smarter. And he's also been, it's like in the movie, he has the guy, the one scientist who basically, he's the other peer he works with, who he's become like Flora's father's kind of favorite, and he's a jerk to him all the time, but he doesn't speak up. because he knows he's superior intellect. He's not gonna bother, or basically bother with him. But we know what happens to him in the movie, so which I think was just.
By the way, that lady I was telling you about that has the family used to own Universal Studios.
Yeah,
that has a YouTube channel. If that ping you might have just heard was me sending you one of her videos.
Okay, cool.
I mentioned that the other night.
Yeah,
I think you'll like it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say they draw him though. It looks like freaking Cletus Cassidy.
You know that looks like the reincarnation of Tim Sale. The art.
You know, it actually does. You think about it, yeah. Who is the artist on this? It is Danny. Yeah, this is the female artist. She only goes by Danny. DANY. So, but it's basically him setting up the story for this first page, the first story arc. You know, him getting ready to experiment on himself, and I love how James Tynion just basically goes off on the back here and he says, "I'm a huge fan of this." When we were basically able to write the Dracula series, there was one character I wanted to do more than Dracula, and that was the Invisible Man. You know, and he's just so happy to be able to do it. Wants to do it right. Yeah, this is more character study from Danny doing our art here. Overall, like I said, I thought this was a very fantastic book. I'm really excited for this. The last time I saw a book of this, I never read the Dracula. Now I want to, but I read the Frankenstein one.
You will like the Dracula.
Frankenstein was freaking awesome. Invisible Man, I think, is right up there with that level. Then, of course, this week's facsimile this week is the Golden Age Action Comics number 23, Introduction of Lex Luthor.
You mean Luthor?
Yeah, you call him Lex.
He wasn't Lex yet.
No, they call him Lex. Yeah,
and that isn't even a pun alert incoming. That wasn't even a reasonable facsimile of what Lex became.
Yeah. Then quickly, I only have a couple back issues. I'll just show them real quick. These were pretty cheap. Some of these. So I got myself Hawkman.
Nice.
Yeah, this is only $5. Hey, Zach. This is number 13. It's kind of hard to see because they put it on the freaking black on brown, or like so it's under the May part. But yeah, some of these were kind of beat up, so I was like, dude, I'll take them because I know some of these can get pricey. Came across this. I was reading this last night. Some Gene Colan art.
Nice.
Yeah. It's kind of rough condition, so it's down to $4. And then I was like, you know what? Since I'm on this subject here of romance, do you have any of this? Then I asked him. He's like, of course I do. So I got me some Million Model. This was $22, but because I used 20% off, so it was cheaper than that. But $169. So yeah, I'm always looking for some Million Model. Number 186. And it's just funny because these are all written by Stan Lee and drawn by Stan Goldberg. 206. So it only went for 207 issues, I learned. That's something to think about. It started in the 40s, ended in the 70s, I think. So, and then Miss Marvel, number 9. I only have 2 more books, and then I'm at the whole entire series. So, alrighty then. That's it for me this week, though. And now I'm gonna try this first time. Have you guys seen this yet, or tried it?
Mm-mm.
What is it?
What do you mean? What is it? It's A&W. You've never heard of this brand?
No, I know A&W. Yeah, I know what A&W is, but a soda that tastes like ice cream sounds gross. Like,
I mean, you put ice cream inside your A&W root beer, don't you?
I mean, that's true. That is true. That's a good point.
So
I don't know what's a thing.
All I know is that I didn't want to buy the 12-pack, so I bought the bottle.
That's a smart. There's wisdom in that.
It's like I've had it for 2 weeks, but I keep forgetting to show it off on stream, But
so I just did a little digging there, and do you remember Gary Friedrich?
Do I know him?
Does that name ring a bell?
I heard of it. As just no
He's an old Marvel writer. He's in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a lot of the Millies when it was a serial. And I didn't know that Stan Lee wrote the Archie ones. And
Yeah.
I was today years old when I learned that.
Ooh, it really smells like the hot fudge. As soon as you open the bottle.
Oh man, Lord knows what kind of chemicals are in there to make it smell. What soda smells like hot fudge? That sounds so unnatural.
It tastes a little bit like it too.
Oh man.
What's
I don't know,
chemicals?
man. I'm gonna have to look up what the ingredients are for that, and that's giving me bad juju.
Let's say carbonated water, high fructose.
There's a zero sugar version too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, man. It doesn't. Yeah. It's in Texas. It's part of the Dr. Pepper 7-Up family. So
Yeah.
it just says caramel color, natural and artificial flavors. It doesn't tell me
Natural and artificial. These provide the unique chocolate and vanilla natural and artificial.
It tastes like it though. It tastes like I'm drinking a freaking sundae with some root beer in it.
I'll have to be on the lookout for that.
Oh, it is just weird, but I like the original though better though. It's okay, but it's not something. Oh,
Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. This is my.
I would not really find strawberry cream normal, but like zero sugar just makes it sound worse.
No, the zero sugar is actually really good. It's there's a small difference between it and the regular, but it's not like, you know how Diet Coke tastes different than regular Coke? It's not like that.
Yeah. My model's always been like with Garfield says, like, I'm going to diet. The word dies in there.
I don't do the diet soda, but the zero sugar ones are pretty good.
Yeah. So who wants to go next? So who has the? Because I have. So I went through 16 books.
Did anybody else? Oh, I was about to say, did you have a lot of? Did anybody else?
Too
many books.
The first half, and they can attest to this. I just pulled it up, went through it, and then I started like I kind of want to talk about some of these. So the last 6 I went through kind of just showed.
I had how many books? I had 8 books. 8 new books.
Brain, how many books do you got this week?
Well, I'm not. I'm just going to say what I got. So
okay. Oh, I'm just scared. You have 11 books, though, right?
11 plus the
Good Lord.
Action 23.
Jeff, what do you got?
I have 9.
Okay, we'll go with you next.
1, 2.
Okay.
4.
Zach.
I only have 8.
Zach, that's 1, 2, 3.
Holy crap! You're in the dark today.
This is new.
Was it one of those 40 days of night y'all have up there?
Actually, we're getting dark at around. That doesn't happen down here.
That's why.
I heard that you have a winter storm warning plus heat advisory in different parts of the state right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There's a heat advisory in Alaska?
Well, it's all relative, sunshine.
Do a lot of people just drink up there? That's it. it's like
No,
Wisconsin.
Zach, it does get warm up there.
I mean, that makes sense. It's in the
You
summer.
had
Right
9
now,
inches of
it's
snow
68
last
degrees.
year.
Well,
It's 6:13 right now, and my computer says it's 68 degrees outside. But
it just sounds like you go missing if you go drinking, and then you're like, where'd they find you? I don't know. They find them in the snow, and then it thaws out the next day.
There's some odd shit that goes on in the state. You don't, grape capital of the. Well,
Hey,
anyway.
the grape capital? They have grapes? Cool.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Grape. I left the letter off. That's what it was.
I do have to comment on one thing Jackson has put down. I know what you meant by like putting it with Sundays and stuff, but Dr. Pepper is the one soft drink that whether it's regular, diet, or zero, the taste is almost indiscernible.
See, I love Dr. Pepper Zero. I love Dr. Pepper regular. But my main drink right now is Pepsi Zero. And the only
Pepsi is
reason
good.
I do that is because they have the cubes, and I can't get the Dr. Pepper Zero in cases. You have to get 2 6-pack or 2 12-packs, and I don't want to do that. But
my mind,
Pepsi Zero is good.
Good Lord, I'm tired. My mind's like cubes. I got canned cubes now. the cubes, the cancer cubes.
Cubes, you know what
I know, like the cases. Yeah,
I know it's a matter of preference, but Pepsi and good do not belong in the same sentence.
No, they absolutely do.
No, they absolutely do not.
How do we kick him out? Oh, I guess I don't have the power to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the only thing that's good right now is Coke, right?
Diet Pepsi might be. I think I'd rather be on at a bar that only served Tab and Fresca. That's how bad Diet Pepsi is.
All right, whenever you're ready, there.
See, it's a new camera and all that stuff. So,
because I said I was like, you just. I noticed you have the Batman shirt on, so I figured he's just like
this is brand new. My mom got it for me today because she was complaining that the other two that I had made me look fat, and I was like,
"Well, Mom,
I'm just not as fat as I used to be, and those things were for me when I was fat." So, yeah, so she actually bought me a new shirt just because.
What you do to avoid that is you wear white during the day, so you blend in with the snow, and you wear black at nighttime, so I can see
there's not any snow out there right now. It's 68 degrees.
That's better than having. Mom, does this shirt make me look fat? No, son, it's the fat that makes you look fat.
You see that's what she. You think that's a joke? No, it's the fat.
Jeff, the last thing my uncle said to me was, "Did you get fat?"
See,
he was in the home and kind of like gone by then, but he could at least recognize fact.
I don't understand why people are so obsessed with that. You lose weight when you die anyway.
Yeah, but
you don't care when you die. Too.
I was 5'7" and 350 something pounds, and that was just going to make me die a little sooner than.
The only thing I'd be concerned is if you can't fit into your car, you can't be. The steering wheel is too close to you, and you're all in the back.
There was a time when the steering wheel would at times rub against my belly, so I had to.
So what are you down to now?
Huh?
What are you down to now?
230. I was 231 this morning.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah. See.
The day of my surgery, I hadn't eaten all day. I was at 229, but I was at 231 this morning, and I'm hoping to get probably not by the end of the week or month, but
I mean, there is
230.
There is a Guinness World Record in there where somebody can control or steer their car with their belly flat. There has to be.
Oh, I don't want to try and do that. So.
No, I wouldn't recommend it. No, the car won't survive.
So I'm trying to get under a deuce, but
no. But I was just going to say that's my favorite version of the Batman logo is the yellow one. A lot of people don't like it on the Batman. I love it because
I am the complete opposite. I do not like the yellow one.
I know. We can see you in the dark, Batman. How do you see me? The giant yellow logo.
I didn't want to say anything to my mom and say that's the least favorite because every time all the ones that I have, they're all the non-yellow.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, even your avatar is like non-yellow.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no, it's just, and I don't like the really long ears. I like them, like mid.
You don't like the Kelly Jones ears?
The ones where they, hang and look like,
You like what ears?
Huh?
What ears? What did you say?
I don't like the really long ears where they, go and they start hanging over the side and stuff like that. They're just
you like the
mid. Yes, the mid. Okay. But what am I going to do? Okay, I have 9, and we're this month is the sale at Bosco's, and this week it's $1 a $1 back issue, and I was going to do stuff, but I had to. My car's been in the shop up until today, and I might go in the next couple of days and do it. Or Sunday is 50 cents a piece, so I might go in on Sunday and do it. I still have to worry about paying rent on Monday, but I have no back issues.
Somewhere you're asking, is that Hunter's Batman's daughter going back in time to save the Justice Society? That was part of the Justice Society that Jeff Johns wrote before he left DC. That was a 12-issue miniseries. Yeah. But go ahead.
I was going to get the Invisible Man, but after that Mummy that they just did, I was like, yeah, nope.
Different writer.
Different writer, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't check, but I didn't even bother finishing the Mummy one. It was so horrible. But, okay, number 9. Did not like. No bueno. And I'm hoping I may not even get the second one, but I probably will. But
What?
What did you
That was
say?
Immortal Batman. He didn't like that. He said he said no bueno, but he says like I didn't like. But I may get the second one.
may or may not. You know how I am, man. I was like, damn it.
Well, you pick up books that you didn't mean to pick up. I know that all the time.
Yeah, well, shit happens when you get old.
Well, yeah, we're talking about a 50-something-year-old man that goes, "Mom, I don't like this Batman logo on the shirt you just got me."
I did not say that. It's just that
we only have my word for that.
My sister came and picked me up today to go take me down to get my car out of the shop. All right.
But you know what he does to his mom? I'm not fat. I'm big boned.
And then she'd take you to the store to get a bat toy.
I'd be like, can you take me to the Lego store? Those things are expensive.
Oh boy, you're gonna. I'm gonna get out putting myself up on this one. I don't like Legos. I did as a kid, but
Cherish those moments.
What, being a kid or not liking Legos?
No, having a mom to come pick you up.
Yeah, I do. I'm coming up in a couple months. It'll be a year without my dad. So trust me, I'm
trying to make an earn joke, but I can't think of any. So it's
yeah. Next year will be 10 years for me.
Someone said the other day, she said, "Oh, you lost your aunt." I said, "No, I didn't lose her. I know exactly where she is." They said, "What?" I said, "Her grave. Where her grave is." They didn't think that was funny. But I'm not a big fan of it, like passing or losing. It's like, no, he died. Thank you.
I never lost my dad. He's still in the living room.
Yeah, well, we wanted to do that. They actually made us get rid of it. It was going to stink the place up. So
Did Frugal send you his laugh track?
That sounded so rough.
Number 8, and I had to get this cover because it's the old way Hulk is supposed to look. So we have who was it? This Hulk is just sitting out in trying to be alone. There's a thing that says protect Dr. Voodoo, and Banner's telling him he has to go to Nolans and. There's this ghost that he dealt with in a previous issue. He's a Pinkerton guy, from. And they go to the place in New Orleans where they're having the Doctor Strange Academy, and they're teaching the kids how to be magicians. And I guess Brother Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo, or something like that, or Brother Voodoo isn't running it, but his brother usurped him and had taken over, and so they have to deal with that. And he's fighting, fighting them off, and then he gets taken down to the down below and sees Betty, and yes, I guess we're coming to a big conclusion on the big evil that's been around. They've been talking about since the first issue.
Lancelot?
Yes.
He's the biggest evil I know.
He outbigs and out evils
he consumes everything.
Wayne.
He's ladder eater mad or matter eater lad.
Yes. And then number 7. Not as good, but not as good as you did.
Well, we got 30 years between us. You're gonna be what, 53 soon?
57 in February.
57. So yeah, you got almost 15 years.
So number 3. I don't know if this is the ending or not.
It's the final issue of the volume 2 of Jeff Lemire run on Robin and Batman.
Because it did sort of seem to be wrapping up, but I usually don't see them being only 3 issues.
I didn't care for the first series art, so I never bothered to go back.
This is kind of the same art in there.
It's that weird kind of painted art because I guess on the first issue of the first series, it looks so muddled where Batman was. I couldn't tell. It was just like that.
This sort of reminds me a bit of old Jai Lee art when he was working on like Wildcats and stuff way back in the day in the 90s.
I can't remember who it was, but there was in the late 90s or early 2000s, there was a Hulk book. Though for 3 issues, it was all painted like that. I can't remember who it was, but I was like, I just got flashbacks to that. And I was
There's
just like,
certain people that can paint and do it well, and other people that can't. Like Alex Ross is really good at the painting, and there's a couple other guys that are really good. Then other people try it, and yeah,
right.
So
But
you have the guy who was tempting Jason Todd to go off and start killing.
Tempting. Sounds great. Groom. So grooming going on in that book?
No. There's a guy who was trying to, take him away from Batman and show him how to, to kill and stuff like that, because you can't do it the way the Batman does, because Batman not killing just lets them rotating door on, all this stuff. So Batman goes and gets him. He brings him back, but then we all know what happens to him anyway.
So what's the difference between that and the main universe? Was there did they change anything on it?
No, not really. I guess it's just
a story in between.
Yeah, it's a year 1 or whatever.
Okay. So they didn't really retcon anything.
No, I don't think so. 9.
You didn't go up to Tim Drake and say you're gay.
No.
Okay.
Boom. We already talked about this.
You can still give your thoughts on it, though.
That's the only one that I haven't read yet.
Oh, really?
So
now you have, because I told you the story.
Yeah, well, no, you didn't tell the ending, and I would have tuned out if I really cared. But, I care, but I would have tuned out if I didn't want.
It's all right. I don't care. I just do.
No, if it got to the point where something was, I thought it was going to be a spoiler.
No, actually, that's one of the few books I did not reveal the ending on it.
Yeah,
I want you guys.
I would have done it today, but I had to go pick up my car, which has been off, out of duty since Sunday. And then I had to do a follow up on my surgery from 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Afternoon was fine.
Jackson is just like, what can I say to get banned from this channel?
No, I'm not. I can't sleep without a face hugger.
What about your pinky?
Sleep apnea machine.
Oh, like you said face hugger. I want the aliens.
Face hugger, the little mask.
Yeah, it's like the little mask. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
My grandmother slept.
But I probably won't need it
hugger.
anymore.
We call him Billy. He's your face hugger.
Okay, 4. So I liked it, and I did not get that cover because I did not like it. Normally I get these things, but
yeah, Breen. When he saw the romance cover, he was like, "Ew!" I'm like, "What are you, like 12?"
Sometimes I feel like it though. My sense of humor can be about 12.
I pick him up because there isn't that many romance covers that are between a guy and a girl.
No, especially with DC, it's all guy and girl now. But the next 2 are a lot higher up than you were on your list.
I'm sure they were.
Dagger?
Yeah.
Really liked it. Number 2, Spider-Man. Now, a lot of people I know would probably complain that, again, it was just a talking issue. There was no action.
It was a Mariko Tamaki action issue.
Yeah, and I was going to say, a lot of these, these other people will sit there and have them sitting at a restaurant talking. But here's the difference between this one. This is them sitting at a restaurant and talking. This actually one progresses the plot.
It does.
It's actually important what they're saying in this one.
It's especially for MJ's character, development.
Yeah, and 2, when he's it's progressing the plot. You don't necessarily need a lot of action to progress the plot. This is more, this is important stuff that needs to be. This is character stuff.
I understand that. So I can also see why some people are upset because there's only it's ending at 24. It's
And I was going to ask about that last week. So Hickman is just saying he's pulling a Hickman, going, "I'm done again," and instead of just ending everything,
he's handing it over to Denise Camp to write the final story, I guess, of the Ultimate Invasion or Ultimate whatever against the battle against the Maker. So I don't know. I mean, people are speculating that they might reboot it, but honestly, they're kind of if it's not selling well, even if it is, Marvel is just dumb when it comes to what gets approved and what doesn't.
Yeah, they don't want to. It's probably selling really well and showing Marvel what they should do with Spider-Man, but they don't. They're like, oh, gee, we can't have this, and so we got to get rid of it and say that our Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man.
Now, if it was all-out Spider-Man, like absolute Spider-Man, I think that would probably sell better.
And Zach, institutions, just because it's an institution doesn't mean that it's good. You can be confined to an institution, but that doesn't mean
No.
I didn't mean that as good or bad. I just meant that he's a regular.
So
person.
what Zach meant to say, he says you're an institution here, Zach Jackson. He meant to say you're in an institution. In an institution.
This is the you're in an institution, and this is your version of electroshock therapy is having to watch this video.
Arkham. Yeah, welcome to Arkham Asylum, there, Jackson. Enjoy your stay.
And Ichiban, number 1.
We'll get your pills soon.
And this is the art is still a little rough on here.
1. Cool.
But this is the main character is not in here. This is just all of what happened, how her father from 77 to about like 1980 or so, how he was in prison, what happened to him in prison, how he changed from being the kind of guy he was to the semi guy, and how he got into the tarot and the occults and stuff. So that's actually kind of important. But
I like it, Jeff. You buy the books that we don't buy.
Oh, and never mind. What were you saying last week? The one that you're expecting me to get that I didn't, or something like that.
I don't know.
I
can't remember what I had for lunch.
Was it Absolute Batman? Was that what it was?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get that. I stopped getting that.
That one, yeah.
No,
it was
that last week, or was it? Yeah, it was.
The Absolute Batman was last week.
Yeah, it was last week.
Because that came at the very end and reviewed it.
And the unit. Okay, I won't make any unit end jokes here. But that's it. I if I had money, I would have gotten a little bit of the dollar issue back issues, but I'll probably try and get that sometime this week, maybe Sunday.
I thought about picking up the Absolute Batmans. Now they're in hardcover kind of stuff. But I'm like, is there a soft cover? I want cheaper. I'm like, everything's now hardcover being released in my store now, except for the little compact books. It's so they're just getting more and more money out of you. But all right, you got no back issues today?
Nope. I will maybe have some next time.
All right, we'll throw Zach up there. Zach, I choose you. Go, Zach.
I wish people would stop choosing Zach. I helped a friend of mine move today, and so my body hates me right now.
Were they that heavy?
No, not. Ha 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 ha. The furniture was. All right.
Tilt.
No, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of tilting, a lot of pivoting, a lot of geometry.
Pivot. It's not tilt. Pivot.
I did not get. My shop did not get the new Huck issue. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. I also meant to get Justice League Red because I heard Vinkman talk about it last week, and I wanted to get it, but I didn't grab it. So that is.
I want to know, when did you fight dinosaurs?
It'll be there next week. I did get it. I'll start off with this one because this is a bit of an older issue. I did go back and get Nightwing 128. This is the issue right before the annual. And so if you read the more recent issue of Nightwing, which I think was 129, this kind of sets up what he's doing in Titan's Tower, or why everything's all crazy in there. So it was a pretty good issue.
It looks like freaking Clayface.
That's what my girlfriend calls my wang.
Waters, Dan Waters' Nightwing is pretty good. I like it so far.
Okay, I knew he was doing something. His Nightwing is drawn. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I picked up Avengers issue 29 because the artist Farhad Karami is the new regular artist. He draws, his art is really good. He especially draws the ladies very well.
He's not the cover artist, I assume, then.
No, I don't think he is.
I was going to say, because Carl Manvers is back, baby.
I don't believe he's the cover artist. I'm not entirely sure.
Am I wrong?
I mean, she's looked worse.
Am I wrong?
She's looked worse.
She has no chest at all. She's got a man.
She's covered by a jacket. She's got that Hellfire jacket.
Zach, I know you weren't reading comics back when women had breasts, but back in the day, a jacket wouldn't hide them.
This Iron Man.
There's women that have a jacket on, and their jacket is still.
Right.
She looks like a English lawyer in the 18th century.
All right. So, cover artist is Cafu, CFU.
That's right, Cafu, Safu, whatever. Who cares?
California, fuck you.
So the issue itself, story wise, is okay. You kind of have to know what's been going on in past issues with the Avengers and Kang and this cabal of villains. So it's not bad. It's kind of a recap issue more than anything. But we get this is like,
holy crap! They list her as Carl Manvers in the list here.
That's her the Warbird outfit right there. You also have 80s crop top Thor, which is a weird choice to go with in that picture. So yeah, it wasn't terrible. Honestly, they draw Reed Richards worse. Like, that's Reed. He looks like, I don't know, he looks like Screech from Saved by the Bell. But yeah, it wasn't terrible. I mean, it could have been better, but I'm gonna give him a couple more issues. I like the artist. McKay is okay, but I like the artist a lot, so I'm gonna try.
It's Farid Karami, yeah.
Farhad. He's done a few guest artist spots. He did a couple of Daredevil issues that had She-Hulk in them. He did Black Cat centered story arc in the Avengers a while back.
You could have got the J. Scott Campbell variant with Iron Man. Instead, you got the one with Red Coat.
Yeah, well, that one costs $1 more. I could have got the J. Scott Campbell variant of a lot of books.
Did you catch what I said there, Breen?
There were quite a few.
What?
You got the cover with Red Coat on it?
Oh, yeah, I did. I saw Jackson's joke there.
All right.
I didn't see that.
Geiger 17. Pretty good. Not a lot in it, to be honest, but what was in it was pretty good. The ending I especially liked. But yeah, this one felt particularly light on story. There wasn't a lot to read there, I feel.
Which ending? The one with Zigzag or the one before that?
The one with Zigzag.
Okay.
I appreciated that. I like that because little baby zebra is going to be hard to defend in the atomic wasteland.
Well, now he can ride the horse.
Yes, exactly. Now it serves a purpose. Next, we've got Speed Racer number 2 from Mad Cave. Bit of a better issue. I like this one more than issue 1. We get Speed Racer. He actually enters a race, and we find out it goes through okay, what's his motive for getting into racing? It's to cover healthcare costs for his dad. He gets Trixie becomes the sponsor. You see some of the wacky racing gadgets and stuff in here. This was a lot better. This is a more enjoyable issue than issue 1 was okay, but this one I felt was much better. So kudos to.
I'll go along with that.
Top 4, we got Ultimate Spider-Man number 20. The dinner stuff was fine. I enjoyed that. I was actually more interested in the Uncle Ben Richard Parker. I feel like there wasn't enough of that. That's what I wanted to read more about. But Peter, Harry, MJ, Gwen dinner stuff was also good. It was entertaining. Yeah, This is number 24 issues to go. That's actually kind of sad. All right. And the top 3 are all DC books. We got giant space kaiju monsters. Come on now. We got Kyle Rayner having some big ring energy moments. Hal and Star Sapphire, and they're all riding the space monster. And this was cool. They're slicing off arms with the Starbreakers. There's some really cool stuff. And this is my only gripe is it wasn't the normal artist that he's been having on Green. It was the guest artist wasn't bad either. I'm not going to say they were bad. It was just a different. It had a little bit of a different vibe. In some spots that worked. In other spots I was like, this feels different. But Green Lantern kicking butt, taking names, all that good stuff. Next up, we have In the Summer of Superman.
You missed the best part, though.
Actually, no, that's 26.
The best part of that Green Lantern is Guy.
On the Compassion monster?
Being a guy, he felt the same guy that got punched by Batman.
Yeah. We got Superman number 29 with the Legion of Darkseid story. Did anybody go over this one?
I did.
You did? Okay. Superboy Prime.
Yeah.
I hated that jerk when I was reading during the Infinity Crisis. Was Infinite Crisis. I thought he was a turd. And then I picked up in this. And I was like, oh, maybe he's better. No, he's not.
Hey, he didn't kill anybody. Clean slate, baby.
Yeah,
this was cool. I enjoyed this, though. Did you see the thing I put in the sports ball chat? How Dr. Silver Age has a new motto he can use now. Come get Silver Age. that was great. The reveal. I love too the little where Superboy Prime has the little the nerd moment. He's like, why is Cosmic Boy, if he has magnet powers, why is he using his hands on a shovel? I was like, oh, that was actually really cool. So yeah, really enjoying Superman.
Our Pa
Williamson
was not a fan of that.
Yeah,
he was not a fan?
I did not like this issue.
Mm.
I just, I said, at the surface, it was a fun read, but they are trying to tell a very serious story that actually intersects with the Justice League book, and they were a little fast and loose with the fourth wall break. Like when Superboy Prime goes, "Oh, that was like 2 reboots ago."
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I don't know.
I kind of enjoy the fourth wall breaking.
Here's the thing,
I skimmed through the Imperial She-Hulk issue, and there's not any overt fourth wall breaking, but there is some minor fourth wall breaking.
Do you think that maybe no one's talking to each other that are writing these books?
No, I don't think that's the case. Something this big, I think at least.
I'm saying he might have. Josh Williams is writing his own story, and then they're building around him.
I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I think.
But here's the thing, though. I don't get two shits. I don't get 2 shits about Doomsday dying. Honestly, a Time Trapper is not an interesting character to me.
Disagree. That's why this is my number 1. I really enjoyed this. I loved how all the different story threads in here were coming together. This felt like in one of the seasons of Justice League Unlimited, where there were a bunch of different story threads that they were tying together. I really enjoyed this, where it's like, okay, yeah, Time Trapper's dying, but they can't touch him because then it turns whoever's touching him old. So when they use Metamorpho to operate on him because he's elemental and elements, I thought that was genius. I thought that was really cool. There's just a lot of moving parts in here, and this was, I think, one of the better Justice League Unlimited issues they've done.
And it's according to the other two, it's Metamorpho.
Metamorpho?
Yeah, we changed it.
Oh, Metamorpho.
I still call him Metamucil, but hey, I guess if he's not.
Also, I really enjoyed. So, I think I've said. So, my first Justice League was the Ed Benez. What was it? Dwayne McDuffie, Brad Metzler, where it opens up with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman having these debates and conversations, like secret conversations. So I like how they kind of go back to that well here, and they have like this this conversation trying to figure out what to do about Airwave. So that was really cool. So I really enjoyed that. I mean, there's just, I mean, of course, and there's also Dan Mora. Freaking Dan Mora. You've got, Geoforce and Power Girl and Captain Atom, this wolf guy that's brand new. I've never heard of him before. Mr. Terrific talking to a parademon who then breaks out. I mean, there's just a lot of cool stuff in here.
You know what his name should be? Hot Dog.
Hot Dog. Best book of the week, in my opinion. I do have a few other books. My shop finally got this in. The Veracity Trap.
Yeah. Too expensive for my taste.
So, what's that?
Too expensive for my taste. And that
it was like $25.
And that's a pretty big book. I'm pretty nice place.
It's pretty big. I mean, I haven't had a chance to read through it yet, but when you start going through it, they do this really cool thing where each couple of pages, as they introduce Avengers, they give you like this big Marvel Masterwork pinup kind of poster that introduces them. I thought that's really cool. I mean, Joe's art is just phenomenal here. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to read through this yet. It's huge though.
I heard reviews of it. That's really good. So,
and then I went to the second shop that we have here in Baton Rouge. I went to the second shop just to do some back issue. They've actually expanded. They got quite a few things since the last time I was there. So, in my never-ending quest for all issues Agents of Atlas related, I have picked up, I think this is the very first miniseries that they had with Jeff Parker. I think Jeff Parker wrote just about all of them. So we have issue 2 of 6. We've got Gorilla Man on the cover there. Then this one is Uranus Lad. Someone? He's from space.
Did you see Uranus Boy?
Bunch of children. You're all a bunch of children. This is issue 5 of 6.
You're just figuring that out now with me?
I'm not just figuring it out. I'm just enunciating. I'm just belaboring it. Here's the one with the really cool robot on it. Looks like the day deer stood still. I also picked up it's a variant, but I'll at least be able to read the story. This is Defenders issue number 1. The Dodsons and the Matt Fraction 12-issue series. I don't care too much for the variant, but at least I'll be able to start the story. Picked up one of the few All-Star Squadron issues that I did not have, The Origin of Johnny Quick. This is the second or third to last issue. This is number 65. So I'm getting close. I'm under 10 issues. I think I'm 6 or 7 issues from filling out the whole collection. So getting closer and closer. And I also have, I found one issue of the New 52. I think it's New 52. No, maybe it's Rebirth. Because Death Metal's on there. The New Challengers series. This is issue number 2. One of the more recent reboots or series of it. Because now I'm kind of getting into New Challengers now. Thanks, New Frontier. New Frontiers kind of got me into the new Challengers because they were a pretty big focus of that story. So yeah, good little mix of old and new books this week.
So no Nemesis.
Oh, and
no, my shop didn't get any. My shop had no Nemesis and no Huck. There were no Mark Millar books to be had today.
What do you got there?
She got these with my shirt, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
So now you can put.
I don't mind the yellow circle, Jeff. Don't let RDV get you down.
What?
No, I mean,
he hates it.
You hate? Oh, never mind. He hates it. I thought you hated it.
I love it.
I hate it. I despise it. I love the and I enjoy what Frank Miller did with the reason for it. That'd be the only reason for it. But you also never see him wearing body armor underneath. So But I like the way they have it now, or it's just the regular bat.
Mr. Breen, are you set?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say what I got, and we've seen all the books. So, Justice League Unlimited, Invisible Man. I agree with Vank. I like that a lot. That would probably have been my number 1. Geiger, which I haven't had a chance to read yet. Huck, which I haven't had a chance to read yet. Green Lantern, which I'm not sure I read, even though I read it. Speed Racer. I agree with Zach. Second issue was better. Nemesis, fun, but man, it's time for him to get his. Superman, I said, didn't particularly care for that. I liked the story, just didn't care for some of the fourth wall breaking nonsense. But Hornsby and Halo, that was fun, always is. Fantastic Four fanfare.
I saw that. There weren't enough names on there that got my attention, though.
It's the final. It's the final one, isn't it?
Yeah, final one. Two of the three stories were excellent.
Oh, okay.
The second one, which was let's see, Greg Weisman, who I do not know, and Mark Bagley.
So
the Reed, Sue, Ben, Alicia, and Johnny and Crystal are out at a carnival. And of course, the circus of crime is there, and they see the Fantastic Four, and they start formulating a plan of attack. And Sue goes, "Excuse me a second," goes off, finds them, basically just puts a force field around and said, "Look, we're trying to have a night off here. We weren't looking for you. You don't want any part of us. Just you go your way, and we'll go ours, and nobody will have a problem." And they go, "All right." And then when he leaves, they start talking to go, "Well, it's just as well, because the main thing is us attacking Yellow Jacket and the Wasp's wedding, which took place in Avengers 60.
Yeah.
So this takes place right before that, and that's a nice callback to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
The first one was the Mole Man has a tumor, and Sue goes to visit him. And while she's talking to him, she's basically performing laser surgery on him, and shrinks the tumor, and then basically said, "You've been given a second shot. Don't blow it." But it was because she talks about their history and whatnot, and that was very good. And then the third story, that was Daniel Warren Johnson, was terrible.
Oh, he wrote it or he drew it?
No, he wrote it. But he has three names. It's supposed to be good, but
so it's ironic because Weisman is the guy. He's the creator of Gargoyles, and then he wrote, did Young Justice, that the cartoon series. And then when he came back, he blamed the fans because they didn't like the fact he made it woke.
No, okay, well that explains it. But he wasn't woke for this story.
No.
But this the last story. It's about Ben when he was a wrestler, and I know it's just supposed to be tongue in cheek, but Galactus is acting like an idiot. And I don't know, but like I said, out of the 4 issues, there were only about maybe 2 or 3 of the 12 stories that weren't recommends.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I if the regular Fantastic Four book was this good, I'd be buying it.
Yeah.
Then it's Ultimate Spider-Man, and then the Action Comics. And the reason why I didn't get all of them read was I grabbed this off the shelf Tuesday night, actually got interested in it. So I had to finish this before I could read the comics. This little nondescript novel from 1963. When I saw it, when I pulled it off the shelf, I go, "Oh, I wonder if that's the Hitchcock movie." I'm actually glad it wasn't, because this was good.
So you're reading that? Did you read any of that Luthor first appearance?
Yeah, I read that. I read the whole thing.
Weren't you shocked when Tony Storm showed up?
I missed that.
Her and Luthor.
I didn't catch that. were her tits out?
Yes. Graphic Man just woke up. Not sure. Did he post something? I don't know. But anyway, though, yeah, a lot of fun books this week. Oh, alrighty.
Is there something to that, Jackson?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so when we had that store with the bookstore, I told this story before, but there's this collector who didn't leave the house. He died in 2004 and hadn't left the house since 1987.
Oh wow!
And once a month, I had to get a caregiver come bring groceries. So again, he died like halfway during one of the months. So he'd been dead for weeks when she got there.
Wow!
But he had no family, and they said my brother's friend who was handling the estate. Yes, the CNA family goes, look, yes, give us $3,000, come clean out the house, and anything you got is yours. Well, we sold one album from that guy's stuff for $5,000. So we did all right with it. But he collected vintage paperbacks.
Oh
Wow.
And all the ones that didn't sell while we were open are in my garage. And that's where this Man from Uncle's that I sent you came from.
What year or what month did he croak off? It was like a hot summer.
That must have reeked when she walked in. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
Must have. Yeah.
3 weeks, but imagine though if he's like in his house,
In
no air
summer
conditioning.
too.
And he was a heavy smoker, and the chair he sat in, basically, he was his own chalk outline because the where he sat in the chair was discolored from the rest of it.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Man.
yeah, I read another Man from Uncle earlier this week also.
Cool.
Those are fun.
Nice.
Have you read any of the ones I sent you?
No, I haven't had a chance.
I think one of them, they have to team up with Thrush to stop an even bigger threat. That's the one I just read. It's volume 4. If that was one of the ones I sent you, read that one. It was good.
Man, being named after Thrush. It's not a good thing.
Isn't that a Hush's like third cousin is Thrush?
Thrush is
it's
yeah.
Technical hierarchy for the removal of undesirable and to subjugate humanity, I think is what Thrush stands for.
Thrush is something you can. It's also like a kissing kind of thing where it turns your tongue all white and stuff. It's a fungus.
My favorite is
What
Chaos.
was a bird?
Is that Get Smart?
Yes.
No, that was chaos.
Oh my
That's
god!
That's what I said. I said
See-
my favorite is Chaos, and he said, "Yeah."
See,
Chaos. There
Oh
is
my-
no.
I just noticed though, looking at Jeff's avatar, he does have the yellow and black
He
Batman
does.
on there.
He does have the. It's the moon.
That's
You
the
can't-
moon.
You can't escape it. It's there.
The one on the outfit, it doesn't show the one on the outfit, so we don't know.
We don't know. We can't. It's behind there. It could be on there.
Could be.
I'm not sure what your. Is there books that you've been reading?
Maybe.
Xenozoic Tales, Eclipse Monthly, Spirit Origin Years, Mighty Crusaders, Fighting Marines, Spider, Dynamite.
If I had to guess, I would say that was his latest comic shop order.
Yeah. Tarzan filling in holes with JLAs.
Tarzan filling in holes.
You were right, Zach.
They are.
Children.
They are. They're children.
Yeah.
Bunch of bearded children.
Well, I mean, at least you call us neckbeards. That'd be kind of weird.
I'm not calling you that. That's cringe.
It is cringe. Yeah, I got a lot of new toys.
So is anybody picking up the new Zdarsky Batman #1?
It's Matt Fraction. We've already lived through Zdarsky.
I was gonna say,
Yeah. Sorry, Fraction, are you going to get that?
not a fraction of a chance.
I'm on the fence on whether or not I'm going to continue this hobby. So, but if I do, I will.
Which hobby?
Comics.
Oh.
No, he's talking about sports.
No, actually, even if I, I probably will.
I said I don't see. Back in the day when I first started, I was buying everything, and then
There's so few good Batman stories now. I mean, that's why I'm getting a lot of the old.
all the Batman stories. apart from Batman and Detective Comics, have been great. You got the Gotham by Gaslight. You got the Batman Dark Patterns, Batman and Robin Year One.
I haven't read Dark Patterns, so I can't say anything on that. I wasn't a big fan of the original Gaslight, so I haven't gotten the other ones. But
Really?
I can speak on those. The Zdarsky one, the main run of Zdarsky sucked. I stopped getting it for a little bit just because it was so bad.
Well, as I said, that was implying that the main run of Batman has just been horrible.
But
even before Jeff Loeb went on there and started doing his Hush 2.
So once Hush 2 is done, that's it. And then
then they go into Fraction, and it's Batman #1.
Yeah. They're having like an AI.
Like they didn't learn their lesson with New 52.
No, but they're having supposedly having an AI Alfred now.
On board.
So it's their way of bringing Alfred back, but not actually bringing Alfred back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, like I said, they're cooked.
Oh, they've been on their way downhill for ages.
But oh well. I've been cherry picking Legends of the Dark Knight based on creators I like. 137 through 141 is excellent. And he'll never break the addiction, Breen. He's got a coin that says otherwise. He can break it. No. Picked up recently in 2 different places. What, my comic shop and then an actual comic shop?
But an actual comic shop.
Right now.
Breen and I have broken a couple of addictions, but maybe not the comic one.
I mean, it sounds like you and Zach are both buying Dick.
I don't need to pay for Dick.
Is it like $4 now for Dick?
I don't read Nightwing, so I don't know.
No. It's got Dan Waters on there, so
Roger Waters is relative.
Dan Waters is his, like I said, his Batman was pretty good. Dark Patterns.
Who's the director? Bryn Waters.
Director? You mean the writer?
No, there's a director with the name of with the last name of Waters. Is be like Pink Flamingos and stuff like that. Is some real Crybaby and all that stuff. So you did some really weird.
You have Google at your fingertips, bro.
Sounds like my mom. Look it up.
I'm doing that now.
I'm trying to learn. Well, I don't know the answer. Go learn someone else. The only Waters I know is the one that's on Fox News. The one that's hosting the 5, Jesse Waters.
Jesse.
Yep. I was today's years old when I learned that Rick Springfield wrote a comic book song.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, John Waters says Jackson.
I'm looking that up right now. That guy's a weird son of a bitch. But
he does Gutfeld occasionally.
John Waters?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You'd think that he's a weird dude though. He's cool though.
I gotta look him up, see what this guy looks like.
Jesse Waters. I'm beginning to find.
Oh, it's the guy who has the penciled mustache.
Yeah.
I always thought he was gay.
He is.
I think he is.
No, there's no think.
When he says fame on, he actually means something entirely different than Johnny.
Oh, good. They just showed the announcers for the game I'm watching. One of them is a complete racist.
Oof.
Who?
Mark Jones. He said he didn't want a police escort to games because he was afraid the cops would shoot him because of Trump. And he oh god, when some white player broke something, he cheered, and ESPN just keeps promoting him because ESPN's a piece of shit network. Anywho,
Roy Kirk, yeah, that one scene with the what's her name and the dog stuff. I was
Dog poop, Divine, or their name was?
Yeah. I was like, oh god. My younger brother was like, hey, you got to go see this movie. I guess because my older brother talked about it.
What's worse, that or Two Girls, One Cup?
What?
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Is it 2006 again? Like, good lord.
Well, he probably incredibly older than that. It's like, there's actually a footage of Family Guy or not footage, but I mean Family Guy. Brian's like, hey Stewie, just watch this. Why?
Oh, I saw that. He goes, why are you filming this? Just watch.
Why are we? Why
Children. Bunch of children.
traumatized children. I never went and eat peanut butter ever again. But anyway, though, the audience off.
Thanks for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Could be worse. But anyway, though, we're end it here. If you guys haven't already done so, please click subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Check out the Ko-Fi link above us.
You can hit the thumbs down button too. If y'all did not like the last 2 minutes, you can hit the thumbs down also.
Zach, I've been waiting for this for you.
That just sounds like it's happening in a tin can. Like it sounds so metallic and robotic. I don't know.
Is StreamYard
robots don't like you, Zach?
Yeah, well, good. I'm trying to go more low tech in my life, so I don't care if they like me or not.
Yeah. If you worse, you could have Taco Bell.
Oh, I love Taco Bell. Everybody else just has a weak stomach. I have eaten Taco Bell for years.
I like Taco Bell.
And I have never had.
I got a 2-day-old steak fajita. I'm debating if I want to warm it up and eat it.
Well, see, there's your problem. You're eating 2-day-old fajita. You need to eat it fresh from the.
Here's the thing. I had like 3 or 4 other things in that day, so I couldn't eat it.
Zach, how old are you?
Pork meat goes bad
37.
after 2 days, man.
All right. Come see. Well, I won't be here, but come see somebody in a quarter century and see if you're still saying that.
Okay.
So, Brain, you'll be here. We'll have your brain in a jar.
Or brain in a jar.
Brain in a jar, yeah.
Which would be a step down from the urns that my mom and uncle are in.
Separate urns, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the 2 brothers that were sleeping with the same woman. That's on my mom's side. So that's
is the woman next to them?
No, I can't remember if she's still alive or not. One of the brothers is still alive though.
Oh,
it's such a weird conversation.
I used to say that
we'll have to go over that a little bit later at some point.
I used to say before Jeff interrupted me that my family was like a Springer episode.
Zach is really earning you to change the subject.
Earning? No, urging.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
What was it? Yeah, Smith Barney. They see Eric's relatives the old-fashioned way. They earn. Anyway, let's get out of here.
All right. Professor Pixel will not be joining us tomorrow for tomorrow night's reading. He'll be back on Sunday. I haven't figured out what we're gonna do for tomorrow, but
we will have Zach. Wait, what?
I know, right? Zach joined us. Yeah, it's crazy. I know, right?
Treasure it while you can. I'm about to be on my 2.5-month busy season, so if I don't work, I can't be here.
What do you do for the
It's like robots laughing. It's so bizarre, and it's like Terminator or something. It's weird. I'm an insurance broker, and so the enrollment season is coming up, and so I don't work where I live. I drive at least an hour down to South Louisiana. That's where most of my clients live. So I'm up early in the morning and I get home late at night.
Ugh.
Yeah. One day I'll be the owner of a coffee shop, which is my dream job, and it'll be profitable, but not today.
Would it be one of those bikini coffee shops that are make a lot
No, you degenerates. It'll be a family-friendly. Also, do you realize how many hot liquids and hot metal and steam is behind an espresso machine? If you were to wear a bikini, you would have burns all over your body.
I guess
Those are incredibly unsafe.
Burn victims in bikinis? That's a niche thing. You'd make a lot of money, man.
I think because it's such a niche thing, I don't think I would make that much money because it's.
But
niche.
you know, I'll just say this though: there are lines up to see that hot girl in the bikini top. That's serving you the coffee in the morning.
That's right. Remember the chicks on Landman?
Exactly.
All right, kids. I want to watch DC suck in peace here the second half.
And I'm going to watch Countdown, get close to wokeness, but not go that far.
I'm going to go to sleep and wake up in the morning well rested, hopefully.
Well,
congratulations, everybody. Should have goals.
You're going to wake up in the morning.
Breen, if you get any more relatives in your garage, you're going to have to condense them all until this one can, right?
Yeah, well.
How many relatives do you need before it's officially a reunion?
I don't know,
Good
man.
question.
All right. See you guys later. Thanks
Good
for
night,
watching.
kids.
Have a good night.